How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel for another day. It is March 24th, which is a Sunday. It's an actual gorgeous day outside right now. It was raining this morning, but now it is kind of brightened up a little bit, and it's actually very, very nice outside. We got the BMW, kind of see it out there, just hanging out just so I could have my garage space back. So you can see the truck here behind me is off of its front wheels, digging into it a little bit, so we'll flip the camera around, take a look at it real quick. So what's going on with the truck today? You can see I'm missing my lower control arm down here. You can see the top one up here. It's got the brake caliper on top of it. Lower control arm mounts right there and right here. And that's where it goes into the hex shaft, into your torsion bar itself. Honestly, this isn't a bad job to do. Basically, you just have to remove the sway bar link. Obviously, the shock is completely removed over here, as well as then the ball joint down at the bottom. So that part is not that bad. Then you just have to basically get it out of its two mounts right there and then slide it off of that hex-shaped torsion bar. Now that is the challenging part, especially if you're up here in the north where we have salt. That can really get hard to take off, but basically take some brute strength, pop it right off there, we'll clean it up a little bit, lube it up a little bit before we put the new one on. So basically the bushings were shot, the lower ball joint was not in great shape. So I am going to go ahead and swap on a DMAX Store XD lower control arm. Just going to do this one side for now. Might end up putting it on the other side at some point. Basically, this is such a pain that I did not want to do it unless I had to. So we're going to go ahead and do this side while we're here. Okay, so that's where the truck is at. So basically, this is going to be down for a little bit to do that. That's why we have the car, so that we do not have to drive the truck if I don't want to. I would also really like to get the transfer case dropped as well, so that I can replace the rear output shaft bushing. Basically, those can wear out over time, and it allows your slip yoke to actually wobble up and down just a little bit, and it can cause a little bit of leakage. And honestly, I've got a little bit of a popping sound coming from the transfer case right now. Now that is a rebuilt transfer case. I'm not worried about it, the inside of it, just that bushing was not replaced. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully that will take care of that issue. Hopefully that is all we have going on, but like I said, I just want to get that done before any kind of actual competition might start happening. So we'll take the time now before it gets crazy busy, go ahead and get that dropped, replaced, swap back in, you know. But honestly, guys, that is not what this video is meant to be about. I want to show you something that I've been working on just a little bit, so we'll flip the camera back around, show you what we got. Now, if you've been following this channel from the very, very beginning, you'll remember a video that I did where I removed my passenger side battery and put it down basically along the frame horns inside the front bumper to be able to just clean up that engine bay. I was able to then get an HSP remote reservoir to put in the corner. Looks really sharp. We'll flash to it here in just a second. But essentially I made that video, and I've had a couple guys, more and more interest in them, basically saying, hey, you know, have you ever thought about making those and making them more readily available? And I said, well, yeah, sort of, but just never got around to it. I made a couple of them one-off for a couple guys, but that's about it. So finally, I'm getting enough interest now where I said, you know what, let's just make a run of 10 of them. So I had them all laser cut, had them professionally bent, everything like that. They're powder coated, they look really nice. I'll show them to you in just a second. But I'm really excited about these guys. We're just gonna see, made a run of 10, we'll judge the interest, and if we can sell more, we'll sell more kind of thing. Right. So here's the engine bay. Remember, your battery, passenger side battery is sitting right up here in this corner. So I was able to pull that out, put in this nice shiny piece of aluminum here. It's a reservoir tank, and it looks really nice. Go ahead and get rid of the old coolant tank too, and that's really great. So this is what it can look like afterwards, but first you got to get that battery somewhere. Now there are a lot of kits out there that can allow you to basically put it down along the frame rail, right on the outside. But honestly, that kind of gets away from that kind of clean look that we're all looking for, you know. You don't want to be able to see a battery sitting along the side there. Either that, or you can just delete the battery in general, and that might work for some guys. You know, if it's a fully built race truck and that's all you're ever going to do with it, you probably don't need a second battery. If you're like me and you want to be able to use the truck in the wintertime and that kind of stuff, it's going to need both batteries to be able to start. So that's why I went ahead and made this kit. The other part of that is that if you go along the frame rail, you are most likely going to have to cut and modify your harnesses, your battery, or your power and your ground cables to be able to reach to it. It will not be able to reach anymore. Where in this kit, you do not have to do that. Basically, all we're doing is we're gonna move it from sitting about right here, and we're gonna move it down and move it into the bumper down here. If you can actually see in there a little bit, there it is, right inside there, right? So all of the battery cables reach, and it actually turns out really, really slick. All right, so what do they look like? Basically, we've got 1/4-inch steel, like I say, it's professionally cut, laser cut, and then powdered, as well as a clamping 1/4-inch plate that will stick on top of you to hold the battery in place. Basically, it will be held side to side by these welded on plates. It'll be held from moving fore and aft by this plate, along with 3/8 stainless bolts. I also replaced the little speed nuts on the actual frame horn with new 1/2-inch stainless bolts as well. So it's a basic kit, it's easy to install. Basically, you put the battery on first and you put the whole assembly up in place. And it works out really good, guys. So if you're interested in one of these, let me know. If you're not, that's okay too. Like I said, I just made a set of 10 of these. We'll see how they go. If we sell them, great, I'll make more. If I struggle to sell them, that's okay. Now I apologize, mine's a little bit dirty down here, but basically this is right where it goes. Basically it just fits up. These are your OEM frame horns right here. This is where it bolts onto, no problem. And here are the cables coming down to it. It all works out really, really clean. It's below the bumper itself, or excuse me, it's above the bumper itself, kind of hidden and tucked away back there. Makes it really easy. It just slips right inside through this gap, bolted up, and you're in good shape. Like I say, these harnesses, I just stuck them back through stuck through the front here, but they reached without an issue. So anyways, guys, that's about all we've got. It's a pretty easy install. It kind of just makes sense. And that's really all we've got for today, guys. Basically, I just wanted to show you these kits, let you take a look at them. If you're interested in one, feel free to get a hold of me, whether either that's on Instagram or you can get a hold of me via email. That is also, I'll post all of those right here in the description below. If not, that's more than okay too, but I just want to show them to you. So other than that, guys, that's about all we've got for today. Basically, I need to get this truck back up on the road and then we start having fun with it. It's getting close to that competition season. Is almost April already, you know, and it'll start warming up. And as soon as we get through planning, that'll take some precedence. So I'm pretty excited about that, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.